Have more, man.
How much you?
Jeez. And we're having chat tomorrow too, Dave.
How much longer?
3 years, 1 month, 18 days.
I'll pay like that.
No, had I not,
There's only one planning group so far.
no,
I printed this out just in case, just for you.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I gotta ask them if they're willing to, because they were both gonna do the online trading in February. But if they can move it a day or two, we can get it for free. So,
You can get it for free.
what?
Where?
Or,
This is from MTA.
oh, I thought there was one from,
Oh, this says the Michigan Department of Treasury is conducting two
Nope,
virtual
don't
trainings
recall.
on the 22nd in February.
yeah.
11th.
So I got an email about those two, but those are free. So
Okay. And then, I can't remember what I was just gonna say. But anyway, yeah, I printed it out so you would. So that you had that on there. In case you had to prove it.
so we got our values, the township. So
Or what? Or, inspection?
well, now the assessed values. Got the inspection back today too. I have not had a chance to open it because mice moved into my car and ate all my wires.
Oh, that kind of stuff. Are they mice or red squirrels?
I don't know for sure. It looked like a mouse nest.
Take pictures. The insurance company will actually pay off on it.
Yeah,
that wasn't.
they did when the squirrel ate my heating box,
Well, that's good to know.
$1,500.
Sure, it's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, well, it changed.
Start it up and
Pay for mice too.
check engine light came on and
It's
all running funny. got- one fuel injector not connected,
Yeah.
two cylinders missing. My knock sensor isn't connected. Oh boy.
It totaled my car. Because it was an old car, so it was easy to total.
So I just printed this out just because I just got the email that's asking what the negative accounts are. So if you see anything in parentheses, that's a negative balance. And this I printed 2 days today.
Which one specifically?
They all need to be corrected. Anything that's at a negative balance, nothing should be at a negative balance. That's what I'm speaking of. It needs to be corrected.
We went through it and couldn't find a negative balance. On the
If you print your
208
report,
account.
how do you not see it? How do
I
you
thought
not
we
see it?
did. You just,
We-
yes,
we-
and they wouldn't let you change it. Remember
That's
you,
what
you were saying you were trying to change it? It was telling you the
Yeah.
account didn't exist?
Because you
Oh, yeah,
closed it
it's
out.
trying to go, no, there's a .084 account that doesn't exist. Literally does not exist that my BSNA is telling me I'm trying to do and I'm not. It
But
was
I
sitting right
also
there.
looked at the Parks account and it says that it's been made inactive. It can't be made inactive at a negative balance. It has to be reopened and then corrected.
All right, go ahead and call the meeting to order at 6:01. Start the invocation. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us engage in meaningful discussion, allow us to grow closer as a group and nurture the bonds of community. Amen. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I will open it, or no, sorry, roll call first.
Davis,
Here.
Worth, here, Miller. Here. Brower,
Here.
Linsky.
Here.
All right, I will open the first public comment at 6:02. Going once, going twice. Closing public comment at 6:02.
The roads are scaring people away, I think.
Oh, I slid past the place.
I started to, but
I had to go I had to go turn around in the church parking lot, got stuck there, had to go back and forth
Oh,
a few
no.
times.
lucky you didn't get hit. I hear somebody rolled not too far down the other day because they tried to pass somebody and then didn't have time. Slam their brakes on.
All right, approval of the meeting agenda. Anybody want to add anything? No, we're
Uh,
not. That's consent agenda.
Oh, of these meetings. No, I'm good. The only question I had is, I thought we were gonna do the plow contracts this meeting too.
Yes.
Is that on there? Did I miss that?
You had a question from the fire chief.
No, snowball contract.
Oh, yeah.
So that, yeah.
Shouldn't under new business?
It would be if we would have got a bid.
Oh, we didn't get any bids?
Nope. I just talked to Derek. He said he didn't have time. Like he always comes in the middle of the night, never grabbed a packet and slipped his mind. So he is going to put one together for us now, but nobody else did. So
I sent it off to somebody too, and apparently they didn't either. I didn't follow up with them to see if they were, and I asked another guy, but he thought this was too far away from his business. We're shoveling.
Move to approve the meeting agenda as presented.
Second.
Don't we need to add discussing what we're gonna do about plowing? Just add that to 10?
We can probably do it under any other business.
yeah, or I'll do it under board member reports or. All right, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Agenda approved. Consent agenda.
Now, under prepaid bills, we need to make a correction because the lady came in after everything was done. Therese told her to come on in and we'd get her a check rewritten because of a death in her family. So we took care of that on Tuesday after these were done.
Okay.
So our prepaid bills should end in 15,537 or 538, forgive me, and for 28,373.46.
Can you say that 28,003?
73.46. And then the unpaid bills would be 15,539 through 15,558, totaling 92.87 and 99 cents.
Is that the number that added that last check that you gave me today? Okay. With the
Yep.
added, okay. I had that here and I don't see it now.
One of the other.
Aye.
Make a comment?
Yep.
On the treasurer's report,
We didn't add that. Did that? Did I do something wrong?
oh, I thought that was part of the consumption. Never mind.
Move to
Jumping
approve,
ahead.
Yeah, you're jumping ahead.
move to approve the consent agenda with the additional questions.
Second. Golden roll call.
Brower,
Yep.
Miller,
Yes.
Zelinski,
Yes.
Worth, yes, Davis.
Yes. All right, county commissioner.
Thanks. I saw in the packet, you've got the thing that Art put out. It's kind of a synopsis of the whole year of everything that we did. So not to add to that, but we had our meeting, the first meeting of the year, the organizational meeting last week, and Art was voted in as the chairman. Ron and I as the vice chair. We're going to continue to have meetings on second and fourth Tuesdays of the month. Again, they're staying at 9 o'clock. I tried to get them to switch at least one of them to nighttime, so it'll be more accessible, but
Every year.
every year I get shut down, but I try every year. Pretty much other than that, it's all the rules are the same, meeting dates are the same. I think there's 2 months where we're only having one meeting like May. But other than that, it's the second and fourth Tuesday.
Fire chief.
Oh, and next
Oh.
month, I'm sorry, next month, I won't be at this meeting, I'll be in Sunny Florida. I'll probably go from the cruise ship watch.
Yes, I'm sure you will.
Sure.
You might even turn it on so you can comment.
Like 6 o'clock, I don't know if you want to hear.
All right, Dayton.
I threw up on your desk, report. Threw up on your desk when I walked by, reports. If you look at from the pie chart with the black, up top, it says incident count percentage per incident plate. Those are the calls that we ran this month or December, so we ran 20 last month, and they keep changing the reports, so different things are on there now. Now they put in the district, so now that'll tell you where we went based on how I split up our district. So we went to Elmira Township once on a fire, got canceled on the way. We went to Blair Township on a mutual aid, went to Long Lake on a mutual aid, and then we ran a bunch of calls in our township. I split it up north of 31 and south of 31 to see mostly where we go based on, because that doesn't split our township, but it's pretty close. And so most of the calls looks like we go forward. Which if we look at the next sheet's one page, it looks like this. Really small, has lots of numbers. This is fire calls broken down per hour for the all of last year. So you can see what our busiest times are and what they aren't. So the 6 o'clock hour is technically the busiest with like 22 calls.
Guess people shouldn't be cooking.
It's the drive. The other one's the 2-page and looks like this with the second page. That's called by month. So I ran it and broke it down per month. So that tells you we did 239 calls total last year, which it's the exact same we ran the year before. Which usually doesn't happen. And the year before that, we ran like 265. So it went down that one year and then it stayed the same. I know Elmira was down too in calls, but like Homestead was up and Benzonia was up. I think Thompsonville was down a couple, based on talking. So that's broke down. As you can see, it looks like May was our busiest month with like 30. January was second best. So that's that. They don't have a pretty chart for days of the week, but I did break it down. I took time and broke it down. So if you want to write these down, I can give it to you, or I can put it into an Excel spreadsheet. Try to make a graph myself.
Just shout them out.
So Mondays, 27 calls. Tuesdays, 29. Wednesdays was 44. Thursdays was 30. Fridays were 43. Saturdays was 35. And Sunday was 31. That's based on the year. So last year, Tuesdays and Sundays were the busiest and like the 10 o'clock hour. This year, or well, last year, I still say this year because was obviously Wednesdays and Fridays.
Friday makes sense. Wednesday doesn't really make sense.
Tuesdays and Sundays never made sense.
No, none of
But-
that makes sense.
It's different years, different things, and people are doing different
Yeah.
things.
There we go.
Weird.
I got an application in for a Lucas Beschler. He's certified in firefighting and just passed his EMT class at state tests. He's also on Green Lake, would like to join our department too. He's friends with a couple of other younger people, so they've all kind of bonded together, and he just wants to come out here too and get some more experience too. So like to add him to the roster pending his background check. I just got this on Friday, this application. I sent it off to the 911 director today. His background file and all that will probably be in my box at Central Dispatch to go through today. If not, it'll be there another day. It'll be there, but usually he comes back and tells me yes, no, and he needs to get a copy in dispatch because I'm able to read those. So, and then they get shredded. So just pending, nothing bad on it. I'd like to hire him.
Can you spell his last name?
Yeah, it's Lukas is his first name. His last name is D as in dog, E, S as in Sam, CHLER.
Move to approve Lucas Deschler pending the background check to
Second.
the fire department.
Second.
And roll call?
Brower,
Yep.
Miller,
Yes.
Zelinski,
Yes.
Worth, yes, Davis.
Yes. Carries.
I'm still working on the budget with the financial committee. I just need to get hard numbers of what we're getting in taxes.
Yes, I got those on my way here. So,
And then still working, with fire manufacturers for trying to raise specs for a fire truck. Like I said, it's a long process, a lot of hours, so still slowly working on that. And that's about it. I think I go down to Grand Rapids next week to meet with him again,
Okay.
to go over some more stuff. Other than that, it should be done. I know.
all right. Parks and Rec,
There's nothing.
nothing. Planning Commission,
We met on December 16th at 6 o'clock, and we had one proposal that was withdrawn, and he's trying to resubmit. We met on January 6th. That was our first work session, and we met with Zach, and I'm sorry, I don't have his last name, but from Networks Northwest. And we stated as to what we were going to be doing to move forward with that. And our next meeting is next month, the 20th at 6 o'clock, and that's our regular meeting. Good.
Events Committee. You attend that, Jim, or no?
I attended, sorry. I attended, I thought she was gonna be here.
Yeah.
Planning on or trying to pull together something for Valentine's Day. We've been trying to get a chocolatier to do a simple demonstration. Apparently, they're either on vacation or busy on the day that we picked, but we'll have something. We decided that also looking ahead at Easter,
Mhm.
if you're willing to be the Easter Bunny again.
Do that.
We also voted that since you do such a good Easter Bunny, that for Valentine's Day, Cupid
No.
with a little ball. So,
Draw the line.
and he said you didn't have to shave. So
Yeah.
Is there going to be any chili cook-off this year?
That's from the
That was-
association.
I know that's-
Done by fire associations.
But Fire Association's not on here, that's why.
Right.
There is no longer a fire association.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why I was bringing it up, because I don't know where,
Yeah, there's a
Quick.
group trying to restart the fire association. I haven't,
so there is no chili cook-off,
not this year.
right? Okay. Because somebody asked me that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know, I haven't heard anything, so.
Yeah, I mean, I know their plan was to try to pull that together, but then Tanya got sick and I don't know where anything stands.
Yeah.
All right, website committee.
it's me again.
Yes.
Couple things. First, Rosemary Sparta has been, thank you, because I know you're watching. Been a big help in getting things moving along. We still aren't live, but I think in the next couple of weeks we can go live, or well, it is up and running, but move the other site over. We're still trying to figure out the best way to do rentals on the system with You Can Pay, which will probably bring up some issues at the next meeting. Related to the website per se is the video casting that we're doing over YouTube. I've gotten a couple of reports since we've had a couple of recorded and a couple of live events. This one's probably going to sound good because we don't have a big audience, but while the picture is great, the sound from our little hockey puck sitting there in the center apparently gets garbled at times. I actually have not gone back to listen, but I know in a couple of areas it gets garbled, and I'm told by a bunch of people that I've talked to, it's because it's not the room is maybe too big, but it's the number of people in the room throws the little genius design off as far as where it should point its wave of microphone. So the solution, and I've brought 3, is from the same manufacturer, an upgraded, that's the 2-in-1 conference speaker with the wire in between. From the same company, it's their upgraded speaker for this system or the next system up from the one we actually got. I think the camera is just fine. Those are both battery operated, just like this one. The thing that I think is a bit of a drawback to it is that it has, you can see the wire connecting the two. So, you know, if one were sitting here and one at the other table, there'd be a wire that had to be hooked up in between. You know, is that a big deal? No. But the next solution is to go to the one that's called the PolySync 40 Plus, is from PolySync, which is actually a company owned by Hewlett Packard, the same as the laptop that we're using for this. And while I did most of the research with B&H Photo and Audio, they said this one is a big step up quality-wise in both recording, and while you can use 2 of them at the same time, the connection is wireless, so there's no wire in between. Again, these are battery operated. It's about a third again more of 338 versus 466, but better quality. And of course, these are all for Amazon pricing, so if they don't work, easy return. There is an upgrade from the PolySync 40 to the PolySync 60, which is actually, it's hard to tell in the pictures, but it's a larger unit, more microphones, better sound. Between the two, there is no wire, but these are not battery operated. They're AC plug them in operated, which is both, I think, an advantage and a disadvantage. One, you don't have to worry about getting them charged before a meeting, but there are 2 outlets that would work, but then we've got power cord behind us. And, you know, so each have their advantages and disadvantages, and I'd leave it up to you guys to pick which one we should try to go with.
John, did we get this one from Amazon?
Yeah.
So is there any way to get any credit for this to get a
No,
different one?
we're past the return date.
Plus this one came with the whole system, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the price we got on the whole system was phenomenal. So
I say whatever you think. 'Cause
well,
I don't know anything about it.
as Mr. Clark noted, there are other things out there. One of the things that this still doesn't solve is, and again, in a meeting like tonight where only 2 of you are sitting on camera, of course, I could adjust the camera. We need to get a PA system with a bunch of little microphones sitting on the counter, you know, which again, if we have wires, if we have a sound, you know, it's just, it gets complicated, but hopefully we have more people attending. This doesn't solve that problem. So, you know, but to jump into a PA system that not only broadcasts the sound, but at the same time would also work for our YouTube broadcast, using the same word twice, would be a solution, but now you're talking, you just bumped it up into the thousands of dollars,
Yeah.
which until we figure out what we're really doing, I think I didn't pursue looking into that seriously.
Jim? If we got this, one of the poly sinks, do we need both if we keep that one in one of the poly sinks? Do we need two poly sinks or what's the thought there?
The price that I've put in the lower left-hand corner
Yes,
is,
there's two.
is for two. The polysinks would work with polysync. I can't even pronounce the name of the unit that we got, some Chinese company.
Yeah,
Tangjio.
but we can still
whatever.
use that one
No.
and this one.
No, we'd
Okay.
use these two
Right.
or the other two, and this one would just sit on a shelf someplace. All forgotten.
Go in a box for the stuff to
Is it
get rid
worth
of.
anything? It's out.
Might
Who
be.
knows? I mean, it can actually be used as a conference speakerphone, someplace else, so conceivably, but not much.
Yeah, right. I don't, what's your recommendation?
Well, since we can always return them if they don't work, I'd go the cheap route at this point. I mean,
And when I was looking into them, the polytonic ones were the ones that were highly recommended. So if we started with this one and it still doesn't cut it, we can always return them and upgrade to the,
So you're saying go with the middle one,
yeah. Well, it's actually the cheapest one. It's,
well,
The cheaper
No,
ones up
sorry.
front.
yeah,
middle one, yeah.
but the,
we're
466.36, is that, or 38, that's what
Yeah.
you're talking about?
So are there any reviews on these?
they all have,
4.0.
4
4.1.
stars.
they're all about
4.4.
4.4. And quite honestly, in
Oh.
reviews, I usually look at the ones that are, ones and most damning to see what it is.
Mm,
And I think the people that rated any of these ones just don't know how to set them up. There are so many good comments about how well this works. And, this isn't a small room, but it's also not a large room. So, we kind of fall in that weird. So,
So I have another question. So is the only reason you're thinking of going with the middle amount to get rid of the cord?
No, it's more of the brand. I just know that, I mean, I don't even see a brand. It must be this
yeah, it's
Tangbio.
Tangbio. The polysync is,
They're all Chinese.
actually, the company used to be called Plantronics, which makes they have a long history of making office phone equipment.
Mhm.
And Hewlett Packard, I can't remember how many years ago, bought them out. So it's the difference between, a Chinese knockoff. And again, I'm kind of amazed how well the camera works, but, or good American design, probably made in China.
Yeah.
But the polysync certainly would be better. I mean, better quality all the way around.
And you say there's two of them, so they'd be split.
In any of the three options, we'd get
They'd
two.
be two.
I make a motion that we buy the polysync ones for 466.38 for 2 units.
I'll second.
Just one more question.
Sure.
Would
Well,
we
now
ever
we can have
consider
discussion.
using used? Because it's 206.31.
I don't know that you'd find the latest technology used
Yeah.
in
Well,
working order.
There is,
Actually, it's a good point, and I
Oh,
was gonna make a
you
note
have-
about that. In the right column, some of these say used. There are, version 1 and version 2s, basically. I can't remember. They do them by year. And the used ones are the older ones. So it's for, saving, I can't remember how much it was, $60 or something, we're getting the older technology. So
Okay,
I mean, actually, the cheapest used one is only $13 less,
gotcha.
so.
Just
My experience
Yeah.
with electronics is if, and I actually advise never buy the warranty. Because electronics, if they're gonna break, they break in the first 30 days anyway. And with Amazon, yeah, I've had weird stuff happen and send stuff back, absolutely no question.
Okay. Thanks.
I'm going to, we recorded the last planning commission meeting. We've got one coming up a week from today, so I'll try to order this and see if we can get it in and get it running by next Monday.
Go ahead, roll call.
Brower,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Zelinski.
Yes.
Worth, yes, Davis.
Yes. Motion carries.
Is any other questions about the website at this
Yes.
point?
Rosemary's been working on
Oh.
the calendar and she's got pretty much everything that she's aware of
Thank you.
into the calendar for, on the new website. And again, we're offering to post minutes and things up there. We just need to get them in a PDF file to get them up on the website, on the new website too.
They'll be in the share file that you should have a share file, don't
I
you,
do.
Jim?
Are they there?
I know you did, but Yeah.
We should all have it.
don't know if Jim had one or not.
You have shared file? Do you have access to the computers here?
Supposedly, but I've never been on it,
Okay.
so.
I thought
Well,
did you make a
And I
share
have no
file.
clue
Yeah.
what a share file is. What's a share file?
It's just a file like on the computer where you can go into and any of us can put anything in there and any of us can pull it back out. Like
Oh.
see what
Instead of
is dropped
emailing
in there.
paper back and
So
forth.
does
you
it
can-
just say on a little icon, share?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Next time you're in, when I'm there, I can set up a shortcut for you too.
okay.
All right. Land committee. Go ahead.
Yeah, we kind of met the other night. It was a little hiccup in the meeting. Sorry, Jim. But I did get with the realtor and get the market analysis, but I literally just got that like a couple hours ago.
Right.
So I haven't had time to look at it all yet. I gave you a copy there. You
Yeah.
can Jim, and I'll give you another couple there so you can give them to the other land committee members.
Okay.
We can discuss it.
Yeah. All right. Zoning administrator and a report. I don't have, my packet's in my truck. No,
I
it's,
think he did one accessory building this month.
yeah. All right, compensation committee.
Understand there's a meeting on the 20th, 11 with Manor.
Oh, what? Say that again?
Manor is saying that they're coming in on the 20th.
They are?
Yes.
11? Did we know about that?
I was told you did. At least
We knew she was coming
at least 3 of
to
them.
meet with us.
She hasn't set up individual times yet, but they're gonna come that day.
Yeah.
That's the way I took the email and was trying to get back with individual days. She said she had talked to everybody.
Yeah,
I
think she's just talking to us.
but this
Not
isn't
having a
the
meeting.
compensation. This is for the policy and procedures, correct?
Well,
No.
It's
I think it's a review to
review and combination of.
Okay,
Oh,
setting the stage for
For where to go forward.
priorities and what next and
okay.
okay, so maybe we should make it a meeting.
Those statutory.
Yeah, she was gonna
She wasn't gonna
She
talk
was
to
gonna
each of
try,
us.
she was gonna try to talk to us each individually and maybe two at a time so that there was no open meetings, but I was thinking that it might not be a bad, I don't know how that works. If we can do like an all day open meeting with board members coming and going, I don't know how that works.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, if she's gonna be here at 11. You could do like 2 hours for just to talk to us individually, and then have like an actual special meeting at 1 just for her to discuss policies and procedures and next steps and stuff like that.
Because are you, that you wanna come, is that what you're saying?
Well, I was gonna plan on
Okay,
showing up to talk to her and make sure things are moving because things haven't been moving.
No,
So that would be a time when you could talk to
Yeah.
her one-on-one instead of with us hanging out.
If we post a special meeting coming up, we have plenty of time to do that.
Yeah.
You know, I'd give her a call tomorrow, you know.
Just explain.
I like the idea of having the meeting sometime in the afternoon, whatever, because it is January. Who knows what the weather's gonna be like?
Right.
and, You know, planned to be there at 11. I finally got here at 2, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever. So,
All right. So yeah, we'll plan on a special meeting on the 20th. I'll get with her and set the time.
she said she's gonna be here at 11. Yeah,
Right.
but she didn't say how long, right?
No.
who's got an extra room?
I got extra room. She can
There you
stay
go.
in.
We already got it.
Okay.
Okay. Was that it? Okay. Finance committee sent their dashboard.
Sent their dashboard in, and I had
Paul.
these Ted waved back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ted texted me and asked me to close the blinds so that he didn't have to see snow.
Did he?
He told me this afternoon that you shoveled
You
a
didn't
lot
put
of stuff.
blinds up?
So, here's some quick notes that he sent. He wanted to indicate on the great dashboard that he does. There was a 15.3% deduction from the amended budget in December that reduced it. It's a reduction that reflects the ARPA funds as far as he's understanding it, and I think that's correct. 1.3% increase in total Michigan class investments versus last year. You're going to be talking about your report?
Yeah, I guess I can. It
Okay.
doesn't-
Because I have something to add to that.
What did he say about it?
1.3% increase in total Michigan class investments
Oh.
versus last month. And our year-to-date budget is, we've spent 53%, which is favorable to the 75% of time elapsed. This is through the end of calendar year, end of December. And the finance committee is working on the 25-26 budgeting process, fully underway. Work is ahead yet. There is work. You'd think I could read. There is work ahead yet. We are on track to hit our milestones. Working session, and he's looking for February, a public hearing to talk about the budget, and then we can adopt it in March. So, any finance committee questions?
That's assuming we're going to get something before our February meeting.
Yep.
Ted would have done a better job, but I said yes.
Because he's in Florida.
Because he's in Florida shoveling the sun.
All right. Assessor sent a written report. And then I did get an email from him tonight. He does have the values done for the township, so I can calculate the tax collection. So that will put a huge step in the budgeting process of knowing. Board member reports.
I put together a report. and
Yep.
it's been- Okay. So working with Ted to help him create this little fancy chart of his, which has been enjoyable, but has also made me look at all of these things on here. And like when he asked me questions about our stuff, when our cash summaries are not accurate, it makes it hard for him to get a clear picture of the finances. It's hard for me sometimes to explain what he's looking for. So I did this mini breakdown to try to help. And I totaled the all the interest that we earned over the year. It's on this little report. I am also still working. I have actually officially moved the money. I'm waiting for that account to be created in the general ledger in order to be able to, which was one of the things that the board was really interested in making sure we had the availability to move money between the sweep account and the general account if we wanted to spend it. instantly. So in order to do that, I have to maintain a $5,000 balance in a money market account at the bank. So I have opened that account. It is not showing in the book as of yet, but I'm hoping in the next couple days that will be fixed. And then also, just so everybody knows, because we approved at one of the board meetings when we worked with Manor to make the changes in the books to close down some of our accounts. I have done that in Michigan class. I've redivided the money. This is an accurate amount of money that's in the Michigan class accounts.
Okay, so I have a question for you. And
Yeah.
maybe you've already explained it, but when you say that you've closed the park money, is that for Park and Rec?
Yes, Parks is, the park does any accounts, you voted on it. Oh, wait, you didn't because you left early that meeting. The rest of us voted to do that. Parks makes no money for itself. There's no reason for it to have its own account.
So
It's
under
all part of the general
general?
fund.
Okay.
Any
Thank you.
questions? Any other questions?
I have a question.
Okay, what's your question? Carol?
In what we've earned, am I right in thinking that the almost 26,000 in intra-fi
It's the intra-fi sweep account.
sweep
yeah.
account? Is that the account that previously we earned $13 on?
I would have to look at the exact, I did state $13 in one of the board meetings. That is a true thing. But I don't know if that was the end of the year. That might have been like an October balance.
So it might have been $20.
It might have been $20 for the whole year. That was in our general fund account, not putting it, just having it in the low interest bearing a regular account, moving it to the sweep account.
So
We
same,
made tremendous more amount of money
same money sitting in a different spot. Went
that we
from-
still have easy access to.
Went from under $100 in interest to almost $26,000 in interest,
Correct. In a year.
which means that you've more than paid for your position.
Means I need a giant raise.
I challenge the rest of the board to pay for their positions in the same way. No, no, I think that's worth noting.
Well, what's most important about it, in my opinion, is in the general fund account itself, it was not FDIC insured. This money is all
This
FDIC insured.
Even better. Thank you.
I'm working with Ted too, because he may actually, I mean, in the future, Ted, we've talked about it, because we may actually want to move some money to make more interest with the board, you know, if we don't have a use to spend it.
Well, I think this is the year that we're gonna figure a lot of that stuff out.
Well, the intra-fi account also has, I'll just give you a brief thing. This is just like a regular checking account. They also have a money market CD type account that we can, where you do commit your money to more time, but you do make more money, and it is currently making more money than class as well. So if we knew we didn't want to spend all of our money, you could move some of it into that.
Even better. Is there we can move that money anytime? There's no.
Yeah,
like,
there's no, yeah,
Cool. Worth looking into.
I'm waiting for the finance committee advice.
I'm just looking at your cash and investment accounts. It's showing 1.8. 36 and 75. That's on which,
Are you talking on Ted's report or mine? On the cash? Yeah, that's not accurate.
right,
I'm sorry. We are working to make those accurate, but they currently are not. I mean, it's roughly accurate.
but this one's saying 9.21 and this one's saying 1.3.
It depends on how you're looking at it too. And this is what,
Okay,
so
it's like.
this is so Michigan class is 9.21, right, on here? And if you're looking at the general, depending on what you're reading on this cash summary report, like there's money that's only Dayton can spend, right? So that's not township. I mean, it's township money, but we can't spend fire millage money on anything we want for the township. We can only,
Sure.
So that-
Yeah, I understand that. It's just, when you look at the two.
some of it depends on the day that it's done, too.
$900,000 short.
I guess I gotta see what you're looking at, so I can.
Oh, I think you're looking at the total investments this is just Michigan class. Right?
Yes, yeah, I understand.
Okay,
We don't have the fire in Michigan class?
Yeah, they have theirs in Michigan
Right.
class too. It's on this report.
the total investments is the IntraFi account and Michigan class put together. Right?
Yes, I think that's how Ted, you're talking on his, I gotta see what you're looking at
Well,
to
I'm
explain.
looking at your,
Okay.
printout with
On the cash,
the cash investment account.
okay,
Uh,
the cash summary account.
Yeah, just looking at- just- I understand there's variations in the $900,000 difference between this and this.
Oh, because
This $900,000.
it's in regular, it's
not in Michigan class?
all of our money is not in Michigan class. We're maintaining, we have money in the regular checking accounts, in regular accounts still.
900,000. I'm just wondering why do we have,
Well,
I understand it's different accounts.
oh, because this here is also taking into account, part of this money here too is probably you can come in and I'll try to explain all this to you too, but there's 400 and something thousand in here that's in the tax, 469,000 in the tax account. That money comes into us, but it goes right back out. There's a very small amount of that money that we actually keep. So depending on when this is done, this shows it's here, but by the time this was done, it's probably already been dispersed.
Yeah, Evan took it already.
Evan, yeah,
Yeah.
Evan and Dayton took it all already.
County-
Does that make sense?
Put their hand- That's actually coming into my.
Coming into the fire department, it's coming into the county, it's coming into, yeah,
Party at Evan's house.
yeah.
There's still substantial difference.
Well, we did just get some, state revenue sharing money into and money that's in there, so, there's a lot of money in the bank account, but not, it's an absorbent amount. Does that make sense?
It's pretty absorbent.
It's not 900,000 though.
Well, you just explained,
Well,
a big portion.
Right.
Is
you,
in transit. It's like- it's certainly understand.
you bring up a good question. What I'd like you to do is talk, I'm around so you can talk to me, or talk to Ted when he's not shoveling sunshine.
Yeah.
And you're bringing up a good question about our finances, how they're reported. How can we report it in a way that lays it out so, oh, I get it.
You just-
And right, and there has to be more communication so that, and that's one of the things that I hope to work with him too. Like if we say we only want to keep this amount of money in our, whatever that is, in our regular checking account and immediately move the rest over to the sweep account, that's great. But like I ran into an incident about a month or so ago where a large check went through for the fire association money. And we were at a point where we had also spent money on roads, and because I watched the accounts all the time, but it was never told to me that these two very large checks were going out. And so if I had moved that money over, we could have bounced. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I already had to take $50,000 out of sweep account to cover those checks. But had I known, you know what I mean? That, hey,
I think it would be helpful to make that distinction.
right, me too.
That's fine.
It's a goal working towards.
Good question.
All right. Any other board member reports? All right. Old business. Dead trees in the back of Inland Township Park. This is not all these trees are dead.
I thought we said last time that that these were all in the very back of the park, that not where we go, that they don't need to be.
They're right on the path.
Okay,
Yeah, the one is just inside, kind of like right where the turnaround's at. And then just on the other side of the path, there's a couple pretty large trees, so.
Okay.
This is just to get them cut down, removed, and disposed of.
and they're oak wilt, so they need to be.
Yeah.
I move that we approve partials bid for $1,620 for the removal of the dead trees and the taking down.
I'll second that.
Did we test these? Cause I know we didn't really test before we determined Oak Wilt at the other park. Were these tested
These
here?
were not, these are just, they're dead. They need to come down before the branches hit something.
But how they get removed depends on whether they're Oak Wilt or not. Isn't that right? How we treat the tree
I
stuff
thought,
or wood?
I'm trying to remember her name.
Lindsay?
Yeah, there was testing.
But only at the other park, not at this is the Lake Ann Park.
Oh.
No,
So it will depend on how these trees are removed, right? Depending on whether it's Oak Wilt or not.
But it says under 6 and 7 that it died of oak wilt.
right,
Well, they said that at the other one too. And even he said in that meeting that we should definitely have them confirmed. We're assuming, we don't know.
right. But there's nothing we can do there because of the property behind us. If it's oak wilt, which it probably is, but it's so infested back there.
I
there's-
know what you're
right.
saying, but how these trees are removed, it's what we do with the dead wood
Oh,
determines, right? Like, cause he's gonna take all of this away and burn it, cover it and all the,
Well,
the-
I guess the question
It's
is,
dumb.
since they're dead and have been dead for a while, can they even be tested? If they can't, I would err on the side of assuming that they had oak wilt and carry the little mites or whatever it is that they carry and just take care of it.
yeah.
and we
They
have to
don't
do
charge it
something with the stumps.
now. I mean, there's really nothing to do.
I don't know that it'd be that much cheaper if they weren't hauling it away.
Yeah, it's $200 for them for log pickup. And it'd probably be more if they were to cut it
Leave it.
and leave it and. And then we end up with a pile of wood in the back that,
So we're gonna end up with Oak Wilt throughout the park too.
yes, unless we can get the
Yeah.
property behind us, there's no stopping it, so. It's not a lot of oaks out there, but that's,
It is what it is.
all right. Do we have a second? Okay, go on roll call.
Brower,
Yep.
Miller,
Yes.
Zelinski,
Yes.
Ward, yes, Davis.
Yes. All right, Sexton contract.
Notice down at the bottom, it has. Paul.
Yep, I know I need to change that.
Yeah.
I have a question. We're making this a 3-year contract.
Should be 4, should go through 2020. April,
Did I not?
It says through 2028.
Oh, 4 years, yes. 25 is, sorry, I can't count. Is that normal?
Well, it says this or until terminated by either party, so it doesn't really even mean anything if either one can cancel it without anything.
Right.
The reason I ask is that, we're about to go through a whole policy review process, and I'm sure contracts is gonna be part of it, and I just wondered why it was extended out to 28, and you bring up a good point. Till terminated by either party, so it really doesn't mean anything. And it also, in fairness to him, well, I guess these fees aren't going. If we do it 4 years, it ostensibly locks in the fees. And we just went through 4 or 5 years of horrendous inflation. If we're locked into a contract, does that mean that we also cannot change?
He can change them. These are set by him, they're not set by us.
What are his current fees?
It's in a contract, it's
Right.
saying this amount.
I know, those are the amounts that he gave us.
You're missing the point. It's in a contract. It says $725. He wants to make it 800. No, I'm sorry, the contract that we've both signed,
Mhm.
binding contract says 725. So he may want to change them, which is my point of not making it a 4-year contract. If it's a year-to-year contract, that's a simple thing to review. it leaves the door open to, well, this year's contract, the 725 has gone to 750 or whatever, changes might be made. But you can't sign a contract and then just change prices. That's the whole point of having a contract.
Right.
So this, did you put a date on this? When
Yeah,
he was gonna
well-
do it?
December 31st, 2008.
28 I mean,
28.
when he was going to get it back to us,
Get it back to us.
when he was going to take this contract and look at it and approve what he wanted, and then he was gonna bring it back to the board.
He hasn't given us this.
No, this was our contract that
This
he
is
did
our
before.
original contract.
So these are the current prices
These are the
he's
current
earning.
prices.
Okay.
Okay.
And if he wants to change them, then it would have to come back to the board before we sign it.
Okay. So,
So,
Put this on hold then until next month.
Well,
until
yeah,
we-
because
It
we-
is on hold.
Yeah.
We can't approve it because we don't know.
yeah,
We need to.
I
know
asked if the
percentage.
prices were good and
Did you ask?
Also,
You asked
so
him?
not to-
Excuse me, you asked him if those prices were good,
I asked you if the prices were good and you said,
As far as that was all I knew.
okay,
but he hasn't gotten back,
okay.
Well,
right?
I didn't ask him because,
Okay.
all right,
I would strike the second to last line then. Unless,
the date,
yeah,
okay.
you don't think it should have an ending date?
It needs an ending date.
well, well, actually, a good point.
Yeah.
Change it for the calendar year 2025.
Or do 2 years or 1 year from the date of signing, and
I think he
Yeah.
needs to get back to us before we do anything else with this.
All right, I'll get a hold of him tomorrow and get it straightened out.
So maybe put this on the agenda for next month.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I did not bring a calendar.
All right, well, as far as scheduling a work session for policies, we're gonna have Manor here on the 20th. So that could definitely be our first one.
So at that time, you think we'll be setting up a calendar at that date? On the 20th for the rest of whatever, excuse me, for the rest of what we want to do?
Yeah, or at least the next one.
Yeah.
So we'll just, when Manor's here on the 20th, whatever time,
okay. Schedule that.
yeah. All right, publish the March border review notice. Those things that we legally have to do, so make a motion that we publish the March border review notice.
Second.
Do we? Yeah. Do we have a date?
Do we do that in 2 papers?
No, just the record
Just-
Patriot.
You seconded?
Mhm.
What day in March is the board of review, do you know?
12th
Was the,
and 13th, I think. You have it?
so Wednesday and Thursday or Monday, Tuesday? Tuesday, Wednesday. Say,
Gunner sent it to me though.
it's like the second Tuesday after the first Monday. It's worded weird.
Organizational Inland Township is Monday, the 10th and Tuesday, the 11th. Monday is the 9 to 4 and Tuesday is 2 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Thank you.
Go ahead and roll call when you're ready.
Brower,
Yep.
Miller,
Yes.
Zelinski.
Yep.
Warwick, yes, Davis.
Yes. The schedule.
Too many pages.
Don't we normally set the public hearing for budget during the regular meeting and
Right.
just
We
close
have
for a
to,
few minutes?
we have to set it so we can also get a notice to publish.
Right. So
Oh, yeah, sorry, I skipped one.
the month that we actually have to do that is March,
Yeah.
right? So we should have our own review of it by next month.
Yep.
And so this would also be for March, then, the public hearing.
Yeah.
Well, it would have to be March before our regular meeting.
We
Public-
normally just
It's
start our
held
meeting
during
and
the
then close it and have the public hearing and then open up the regular meeting again.
The public hearing's part of a regular meeting. We're not supposed to recess for it. We're supposed to just, that's the next.
Well, it's,
We get more
Does it-
people that way.
yeah, it doesn't give us a lot of time to digest any major concerns that people have, though. I mean, what if somebody really objects and has a good point and we have to adjust the budget? We're gonna sit here and pull out a laptop and make the calculations? I mean, usually, we review the budget. We know what we're talking about, hold a public hearing to explain what it is we're doing. And then we have another meeting to accept the budget. That assumes that there are no changes. I know that's not the way it's been done.
Right.
But that's not the way budgets should be done.
So you're thinking do the public hearing in February
Yeah,
to let people talk and then,
We
okay.
still have to have a public hearing in March.
We have a public hearing in February and we still have time in March to adopt the new budget.
right. But we don't have to have a public hearing in March. As long as we've had a public hearing, we still accept it during a regular meeting
Correct.
outside of the public hearing. So when's the board meeting in February?
10.
10th.
What date was that?
February 10th.
Well, that's the board meeting, so you want to do,
Yeah, you do the public, I mean, we could have a special meeting for it, but we can just have the public hearing during that meeting. That way everybody can voice any concerns. And then in March, we can come back and do the actual approval. Or maybe we can approve it in February if everybody loves it.
Um,
That won't happen, but
you never know. Think positive.
Well, we can do it that way. I mean, it's gonna be a hustle for the finance committee and the rest of us and Manor to hammer out a budget so that when we come to a regular board meeting next month, we're prepared to talk and explain and have, at least 5 days prior, put it online so the public can see.
right,
And come with good questions as opposed to just dropping on, having them walk in here, dropping it on them.
right.
And, after the meeting, be all upset. Well, I didn't understand this or that or the other thing.
Right. No, I mean, for the most part, we could. I would almost think we could have it out this week.
Okay,
if not next week. We can put it online early. And, many people check the website for the budget, but
that's great.
people can pass the word but yeah, we'll have plenty of time to review it.
So we just need to publish then that on February meeting will be a public hearing.
Yeah.
And again, that would be for the Record Patriot.
Yeah.
Okay, I move that we set the public hearing for our February 10th meeting and that it be published in the Record Patriot.
The second?
Does it not have to have a time posted with it? Didn't we have to post a time with it last time?
Oh, yeah, so do 6:15.
So you're sending out the budget this month?
Yep.
And putting a notice in the paper saying, hey, folks, look at this month? The budget?
Yeah, like the budget will be available online and then it'll be in the paper of when the date is.
People will look at it and they'll be attending the February 10th.
Yeah.
And giving their points of view about it.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then they'll decide, but if they have problems or concerns, what happens then?
And we still have until March to get it fixed.
So do you need to, if there are concerns, does the board need to meet again in March and discuss the
Might have
concerns?
to.
Yeah, we might have to meet again in February, get it ready for March.
Or we just have a long meeting.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
All right, go ahead and roll call.
Brower,
Yep.
Miller,
Yes.
Zelinski,
Yes.
Worth, yes, Davis.
Yes. Motion carries. All right, now the meeting schedule. I don't think we moved any of the, none of them fell on holidays, right? They're all the second Monday,
What's February 17th?
February 17th.
But the office is gonna be closed. I don't remember any holiday being on the 17th.
Martin Luther King.
It's what?
President's Day.
President's Day? Keep adding holidays. What about May 26th then? Is that Memorial Day?
Memorial Day.
September 1st is Labor Day. December is Thanksgiving.
They're all Mondays.
That's weird.
Move to accept our meeting schedule as presented for 2025-26.
A second.
A that, or roll
What?
call it, which, what do you want to do?
Yeah,
No
just
money involved.
all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Poverty resolution.
And these have been updated, the guidelines for 2025. Other than that, nothing else has changed, has it?
No.
Just the
Gunner didn't
updated-
send anything,
Okay,
so this was all,
Yeah.
Only question I have is this something that is typically signed by the clerk or signed by the supervisor?
Clerk.
supervisor declares it adopted at the meeting, and the clerk signs it.
move to approve resolution 2025-01, the poverty exemption policies and guidelines as presented.
A second. Go ahead and roll call.
Brower,
Yep.
Miller,
Yes,
Zelinski,
Yes.
Worth, yes, Davis.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, motion carries.
no.
Oh,
we declare.
the supervisor declares this resolution adopted. All right. Board of Review, ZBA, and Planning Commission appointments. All right, so had a lot of interest in Planning Commission. Little to no interest in ZBA, Board of Review, but Board of Review, I am recommending that Mary Do, Jim Weller stay on and add Anastasia O'Connor to replace Roger Hubble, who doesn't want to do it anymore.
Who was the last one? Sorry.
Anastasia O'Connor?
So that's your motion?
What's her last name?
Oh, O'Connor. Oh, yeah,
Got it.
exactly.
Thank you. Okay,
I'll second.
Who's currently on there right now? Just you're only replacing one?
Yeah, Roger didn't want to do it.
Are there
anymore.
term limits recommended for that?
There is not.
And this is for the planning commission.
No, that is for Board of Review. All right, yeah, go and roll call it.
Okay, Brower,
Yep.
Miller,
yes.
Zelinski,
Yes.
Worth, yes, Davis,
Yes.
ZBA next.
ZBA. Evan. Jim Clark. And who was my third one? Oh, Paul Huffman.
The only person new is Paul.
Jim.
Oh. Was Paul on there before?
Yes.
Paul Huffman?
Yep.
On ZBA?
Yeah, he was the
Alternate?
no, the member from the planning commission.
Oh, wait, okay, because we have to
Does-
have a planning commission member
Okay.
on it.
Yeah.
The zoning board of, that's the one that hardly meets?
Yeah, they haven't met in,
I'll second.
all right,
You're getting trained this year though, Evan.
Perfect.
go ahead and roll call.
Brower,
Yep.
Miller,
Yes.
Zelinski,
Yes.
Worth, yes, Davis.
Yes. All right, now the planning commission, in doing my research, I found out that that is a term limited position. You're only supposed to do 3 consecutive years,
But you can reappoint.
not consecutively. It's once you've done your term, you're off for,
But that doesn't count for the board member though.
No.
Because that board member serves the term.
right, they have a 4-year term,
Yeah.
but then can't do consecutive. So, Mary Do is the only one that hasn't done 3 years that's currently on there. So, I'd like to appoint her to a 1-year term,
1-year term.
which would give her 3 years.
Okay.
And then, John, the spelling's different. I think it's pronounced Trock.
Oh, TRUAX.
Yeah,
It's or it's something like,
Yeah.
it's TR that it starts, but yeah.
yeah.
For how, what's this term?
He would be a 3-year term. And then because we have an odd selection of it's 3-year terms and there's 4 people, the next 2 are 2-year terms. That would be Anastasia O'Connor again. And then Jim Clark.
Uh-huh.
And then the board member, Jim says he has time, so I'm gonna let him spend his time there.
One question, so you said the zoning board of appeals, if I overheard something down there correctly, has to have 1 member. Oh, but it would have you.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, But let's finish this motion and then we'll go back
Well, I
to
just
that.
want to make sure that we can approve all those because if somebody
we-
from that has to be on the zoning board.
We
of
can
approval.
approve the planning commission one as is, yes. So I'll second that. All right, Dave, since you made this, yep, Jim Clark is from the planning commission. He is going to be on the zoning board of appeals, so it is correct.
He can be on both.
Yes,
Yeah, you have to have
a
one
planning-
person
Yeah,
on
one-
both.
Okay, that's what I was
Yeah.
asking, making sure we did, because
Go ahead and roll call.
Brower,
Yep.
Miller,
No,
Zelinski,
yes.
Worth,
Yes.
Davis.
Yes. All right. Budget discussion.
Budget.
So. Oh, go ahead.
Before we move on.
Yep.
When are the zoning board of appeals?
Right.
What about the planning commission?
Yes,
The planning commission is under the same Open Meeting Act's rules as this board. Since they announced, and I don't know that they've published an announcement that there's a meeting next Monday, a regular meeting, I would say the next meeting is 6 o'clock Monday here.
be like a handover meeting.
Yeah, this may change.
Yeah. So. From now on, it'll be 3-year appointments, one at a time, 2 at a time, as opposed to a full turnover, but all right. So for larger things in the budget, like I know Rose, you want to do something at the cemeteries, stuff like that. I got some things to throw out on the parks. I did get the inspection back. I'll forward that to all you guys. I haven't got a chance to look at it, but he did said he was also going to send me a recommendation on some roofers for Bendon Hall. So, larger things like that, I'd like to find a time to sit down and see where we stand on these ideas. Like, the thing in the cemetery, is that something we want to do and put in the budget? As far as the park, if we wanted to do a bathroom and the pour and play, we're already looking at $250,000. So, like, to discuss those things, I don't know if we want to just do that on the 20th if there's time. And then if not, we can set a different time to discuss that.
Well,
But
so isn't the, and I'm sorry, I'm just, so the planning commission is putting together and they're gonna do a survey, if I'm not mistaken, from what I've listened to at the last
Right.
meetings. So before we be making decisions on either the parks and or the cemeteries, wouldn't we want that survey to be completed first? I mean, when you say do
Right.
things there,
if we wanted the budget for it now, I mean, it could come back with the survey and us be like, okay,
but we can, I
Clearly
mean, if
not.
we decided to do some things based off of the survey, we could do budget adjustments. correct?
Right. yeah,
And then also, we don't have any idea, or at least I'm maybe the only one in the dark, but I have no idea what you're talking about for the cemeteries and for the parks.
right. And this would be a meeting where we could all sit down and discuss that. It's just a upgrade to the veteran memorial.
My suggestion would be you're trying to get something out by the end of the week.
Yeah, which I guess,
Can you hold off until we meet with Manor on next Monday?
yeah,
I would hold off until a week from tomorrow, Tuesday, to release a budget. Get some guidance, because, I mean, we can put anything in a budget
right.
and discuss it and then remove it. But as we're trying to not only educate ourselves, but educate residents, it's like, well, I thought you had something in there. It's out, it's in, just. I'm not envisioning a grand budget this year. like other townships with graphs and pages of description and stuff.
Right.
But I think we need some more verbiage than we've had last year. So I think this is kind of an intermittent year. We'll do better. But I think Teresa raises a good point. Once we have the survey back from the planning commission, we'll have a better idea of where the residents want us to go.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, that makes sense.
I like the ambition though.
Yeah, I just, don't want to be like, oh, well, you went, $50,000 over on your parks budget. And it's like, well, we added something, but
But if we're gonna take the
Right.
parks out of the budget, right, just put it in the general fund.
they still have a line item
Yeah.
in the general fund. Okay. Then annual MTA conference.
So I was looking at it, and the first day there is a finance thing for the whole day that I would like to attend, and also, yeah, I'd like to stay at the hotel where the conference is at.
The third day is the finance.
That was the first day.
So you have-
No, there's there's
Oh.
also a pre,
There's a Monday.
there's a,
Monday
yeah,
Thing that
Remember.
starts at like 9 and 1.
And some of these
Or
things
actually
are,
3 of them.
some of these things the planning commission members can go to, and board of review members can go to, and zoning board of
Right, so
appeals.
this one
So we might want
one's
to
the one
open
I'm
this
writing.
up to,
Oh, okay.
we need to open this up to provide
Yeah,
that we,
if Ted were in
I think we
Florida.
have 2 conversations.
Yeah, we
going on.
do.
Yeah. All right, so Rose was just saying that this would be good for like planning commission members, finance committee.
I don't know about, not for the committees. We need to provide training for our board of review, zoning board of appeals, land division, and planning commission. We
Right.
don't provide training for our committees.
Well,
Oh,
we couldn't,
Well,
because
we
there's a
could.
whole day of township finances on here, so.
right.
Because then we open up. Okay, if the committees can do it, then everybody else can too. That's my thought. So,
And if you're gonna stay at Amway, you have to be there
3 days,
Yes.
but if you stay at the others, you don't have to.
I'd like to stay the 3 days, so.
Based on my read, I was thinking of going down Sunday night and coming back Thursday afternoon.
So I move that we approve board members, deputies, planning commission, board of review, zoning board of appeals, land division members to attend the conference, cover their fees, travel, and room fees. That cover
Well,
Tying this back to the budget, can we? So,
I'll second. Go ahead.
tying this back to the budget, can we get a good, I mean, I'm assuming that the 5 of us want to go, whether it's for 4 days or 3 days, to be decided, but, planning commission, I don't know that every day has a planning commission,
Right.
so can we get not that we need it right now, I'm thinking by possibly next Tuesday, so we can build it into the budget. Because technically while it starts on the last day of this fiscal year,
You'd pay for it.
we
we pay for it in April, on April 1st, though.
So
I didn't see anything on there for planning commission.
But they also offer
there,
some of
there
them.
is, I-
Oh, there is?
there is
Okay.
something in
Yeah.
there that would be worthwhile.
Yeah, finance
Exactly.
committee and
Exactly.
planning commission.
Finance committee, I thought there were a couple different ones that
Yeah.
would be good for
Might
them.
be something good for the
I think our whole
chief.
finance committee is snowbirds.
And it might be difficult to get all this information to the planning commission because they don't meet until Monday. So you can't ask for it on Tuesday when they're not gonna,
Well,
No, anything
we know
but-
who the planning commission members are, and we can talk to them now.
they still should see what we're talking about.
Right.
We can make copies and
Yeah.
CC it up.
We can send them PDF files.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get it out to them and see who has interest.
All right, so there were some deadlines for, first you have to be registered before you can reserve a room,
Right.
right? That's what,
Correct.
yeah.
You have to be registered. Registration opened, last week, the
Today.
3rd. And
So we can vote on this.
the room registration opens next Thursday. So
Yeah.
I would like to get I'll send my conference registration in, and if you're looking for a room, they then send you a code. So-
And that
so
comes
you-
to your email, as long as your email is.
Yeah, so that you can.
I don't get it.
Apply for a room. One of 3 choices. Grand Rapids, Amway.
March 31st through April 3rd.
But they expect to fill up quick, so if you want to guarantee to get to stay where the conference is, we need to do it as soon as possible, is what we're thinking.
Now, this isn't the same as the other one,
This is
Well,
like what they did
yeah.
here. They move it around the state.
They go
Okay.
downstate one year and up here the other year.
okay, so it is the same as,
Yeah,
All
same
right.
kind of idea, yeah.
They
Yeah.
ever do in the UP?
No,
They haven't.
They have, yeah, they have.
They've done the
before,
small
and they-
conferences. They haven't done the whole annual
Yeah.
conference there.
okay. Go ahead and roll call when you're ready.
Brower,
Yeah.
Miller,
Yes.
Zelinski,
Yes.
Worth, yes, Davis.
Yes. Motion
While we're
carries.
talking, oh, sorry.
Go.
On here also, we just recently missed, or none of us attended that I'm aware of, the new board member thing that was held in Thompsonville.
Yes.
Did you attend?
No.
I would really like to, because there's a lot of information that at the last class I went to that they said would be very beneficial. I would like to watch that one online. And I know that there's a cost to do that.
What is it, $50?
Something like that.
I
Yeah.
left the pamphlet in my office, so I don't know what the
Yeah.
cost is. Probably less than $100. It might be 75.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't need them. We'll get it and
Yeah.
we'll just have,
We don't need to do a motion.
no, we'll just do it on your account and then if anybody else wants to watch it, they'll have to get with you.
Okay, how do I do it on my account? You give me your credit card? Because there'll be a fee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that. All right.
So you approved it for the members and planning commission people to attend.
Yeah.
Correct? No money attached at this point. No money specified as to how much you're going to spend on anything like that.
Well, there's costs for the conference and then,
So this is just to notify planning commission, get everybody up to speed that it's going to be available.
yeah,
And there will be a fee if there's lodging involved. And
Yeah,
of course, travel back and forth.
but that's not part of this at the moment.
Well, it's approving that, and we just need to figure that out.
yeah,
Which
don't know
we
the cost.
approved it also.
yeah, we approved it. We just don't know how many people.
Now we just wait for people
It'd
to.
be more expensive than it was last year because it's not right next door.
We didn't stay there this year. We drove back and forth.
All right. Any other business to come before the board?
I do.
Yeah,
It's just
also need
another
the snow
email.
blowing.
My radios, our portable radios,
Mhm.
need to have encryption put on them. And, it's $260 per radio. Times 20 radios. If we wait after February, it goes up to $448.
Okay, let's not wait.
So there's money in one of my accounts that can pay for it, probably the 402 for the, replacement fund because we're adding on. The 911 board, the 911 advisory board has added encryption talk groups. So secret squirrel, basically. So nobody out in the public can hear, but there'll be one for fire, there's one for police and there's a couple others. It's getting to be some stuff encrypted, so it's just using the grant, they were never added because it's an extra fee. Now it's coming to fruition that encryption is getting to be the new thing.
How much is it per
It's $250 for radio.
260? And you have 20 radios?
Yes.
And it's required now, or it's going to be required that it's
Um,
encrypted?
It's going to be, it's not, how do I,
250, right?
with our new radio template.
260.
that-
260.
Yeah,
So
so
with our new radio
5,200.
Template encryptions on it. So, and our new radio template is being submitted to the state in the next 2 weeks, because they gotta do some radio changes. So, yes, I need to get it now, so they're put on the radio, so then it will accept the new radio template.
Am I correct in thinking this is tax exempt?
The 266, yes, this quote's from the Crane Traverse Mobile,
No, it's 266,
260, sorry.
260.
260.
Okay.
5,200.
The option license for the AES encryption is $206 radio through February. After that, it'll go back to the normal $448 Michigan deal price. So I have my deal.
You're solid on the number 20
Yeah.
on the radios?
Pretty sure.
Let's make it 55. Just in case.
I propose that the fire chief spend up to $5,500 to encrypt 20 radios.
A second. Go and roll call.
Brower,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Linsky,
Yes.
Wolf, yes, Davis.
Yes. All right, any other business coming for the board?
Mhm.
Yeah, he's gonna continue to do it, and he's gonna get me a quote. I mean, it's,
For the
Who's gonna
snow plowing?
continue
Yeah.
to do it?
Derek,
Derek is going to
Yeah.
continue to do it.
I just sent you some dates.
yes.
For, okay, because I did get some complaints from a bridal shower and another event that it wasn't very well plowed. And I don't know if it was one of these days, I mean, like if he plowed first thing in the morning, by now it's gonna look
Right.
unplowed. So I just
Yeah,
wanted to make sure.
and he
that
has
those
said
were
most of the
plowed.
time that he has gone out there to plow it, been plowed.
He's,
It's been
works with
plowed?
fire.
Yes.
Weird.
So
Okay.
I don't know who's
I haven't
actually
gone
been
by.
plowing
Okay,
Bennett Hall, but
well, that, whoever, thank you, maybe
He-
Paul.
yeah, I think,
Paul's been doing it.
oh, he has been doing it? Okay,
He called me.
all right.
Okay, so he must be doing it early in the morning and then by evening it's not
Yeah.
plowed.
All right, I will reopen public comment at 7:29. We'll close public comment at 7:29.
Awesome, really proud.
Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
I
Any opposed?
I could get on the road.
What time exactly do you have? 7:30?
7:30. Yeah,
I made a few extra copies.
all right.
Jim, did you want a copy of the MTA?
Then we can.
Can you
talk
give me
next
mine
week.
and
Oh,
and
yeah.
do a,
They were thinking 60.
Yes, please.
what? I'm gonna ask you. I'll get you one.
So this is what the realtor told us. She's saying that we should ask 60 grand for that.
Can we sell that? And isn't that historical? Did you say that it was historical building? Are you talking, oh, you're not talking about, never mind. Yeah.
Not-
Sorry.
I will resign before I publicly talk about selling Venden Hall again. No, look what she was gonna.
It was the way it came out of the blue. It was the shock factor. Now it's out there. So now you can bring it up again.
I understood. Everybody wanted this sold.
I've
Soon as
I've
we
got a
could.
question that came in from the peanut gallery watching.
Oh.
Is Brundage Cemetery something that our sexton should cover as well?
Yes,
It's not on there.
Not on.
I will add that also.
Dave,
Yes,
I have a question for you.
yes.
Are you going to, let Nellie know that she's no longer on the
Yeah.
board? Okay. I would expect that Monica will give me a call. She told me earlier that she was downstate. She was going to try and be here to the meeting.
Okay.
So. Wait for her. Tell her. And the way I read the thing about a board member being on there, there was never anything about. And so,
I'll double check it. I'm pretty sure it was.
is this good?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's just what they pulled on the 7.5 acres.
yeah.
Night all.
And I just-